First and foremost is the existence throughout history and in all cultures of people of high rationality, the types who have made progress possible. Warren Buffett, to name but a few. All of these types share certain qualities, a realistic appraisal of themselves and in their witnesses, a devotion to truth and reality, a tolerant attitude toward people, and the ability to reach goals that they have set. The second factor is that almost all of us, at some point in our lives, have experienced moments of a greater rationality. This often comes with what we should call the maker's mindset. We have project to get done, perhaps with a deadline. The only emotion we can afford is excitement and the energy. Other emotions simply make it impossible to concentrate. Because if we have to get results, we become exceptionally practical. We focus on the work, our mind the calm, our ego numb and tricky. The moments, as fleeting as few weeks or hours, reveal the rational self that is waiting to come out. It just requires some awareness and some practice. Know yourself thoroughly. The emotional self thrives on ignorance. The moment you're aware of how it operates and dominates you, is the moment it loses its hold on you and can be tamed. Therefore, your first step toward the rational is always inward. You want to catch the emotional stuff in action. For this purpose, you must reflect on how you operate under stress, what particular weaknesses come out, and such moments, the desire to please, to bully or control, deep levels of mistrust. So look at your decisions, especially those that have been ineffective. Can you see a pattern, an underlying insecurity that impels them? Examine your strength. What makes you different from other people? This will help you decide upon goals that match with your long-term interests and that are aligned with your skills. By knowing and valuing what marks you as different, you will also be able to resist any the pull of the group bias and effect. Examine your emotions to their roots. You're angry, let the feelings settle from within, and think about it. Was it triggered by something similarly triggered in Perry? That is a sure sign that something or someone else is behind that. Perhaps a more uncomfortable emotion is the source of such envy or paranoia. You need to look at this scare in the eye, dig below any trigger points to see where they started. For these purposes, it might be wise to use your journal in which you record your self-assessments with illusory subjectivity. Your greatest standard is your ego and how it makes you unconsciously maintain illusions about yourself. These may be comforting in the moment, but in the long run, they make you defensive and unable to learn or progress. Find a neutral position from which you can observe your actions with a bit of detachment and even humor. Soon, all of this will become second nature, and when the emotional self suddenly rears its head in some situation, you will see it as it happens and be able to step back and find a neutral position, increasing your reaction time. This power comes through practice and repetition. When some event or interaction requires a response, you must train yourself to step back. This could mean physically moving yourself to a place where you can be alone and feel any pressures to respond, or it could mean writing the angry email but not sending it. You stop on it for a day or two. You do not make a phone call, send or communicate while feeling some sudden emotion, particularly resentment. If you find yourself rushing to commit to people to hire or be hired by them, step back and give it a day. Cool the emotions down. The longer you can take, the better, because perspective comes with time. Consider this like resistance training. The longer you can resist reacting, The more mental space you have for actual reflection, and the stronger your mind will become. Accept the people as a fact. Interactions with people are a major source of emotional turmoil, but it doesn't have to be that way. The problem is that we are continually judging people, wishing they were something that they're not. We want to change them. We want them to think and act a certain way, most often the way we think and act. And because this is not possible because everyone is different, we are continually frustrated and upset. Instead, see other people as a phenomenon, as a neutralized comets or plants. They simply exist. They come in all varieties and make life rich and interesting. Work with what they give you instead of resisting and trying to change them. Make understanding people in a fun game, the solving of puzzles. It is a part of the human community. Yes, people are irrational, but so are you. Make your acceptance of human nature as radical as possible. This will calm you down and help you observe people more desperately, understanding them on a deeper level. You will stop projecting your own emotions onto them. All of this will give you a more balance and calmness, more mental space for thinking. Find the optimal balance of the thinking and the emotion. We cannot divorce emotions from thinking. The two are completely intertwined, but there is inevitably a dominant factor. Some people are more clearly governed by emotions than others. The horse is our emotional nature, continually impelling us to move. This horse has tremendous energy and power, but without the rider it cannot be guided. It is wild, subject to predators, and are continually getting into trouble. The riders are thinking self. Through training and practice, it holds the rein and guides the horse, transforming this powerful animal energy into something productive. The one without the other is useless. Without the rider, no directed movement or purpose. Without the horse, no energy and no power. And and most people, the horse dominates, the rider is weak. Instead of being slaves to this energy, we channel it. That is the essence of rationality. As an example of this idea in action, try to maintain a perfect balance between skepticism and curiosity. The two can coexist. It is a balance that all geniuses possesses. We have felt this in your own life. When absorbed in a project, time flying by, and experience an occasional burst of excitement as you make discoveries or progress in your work. There are other pleasures as well. Being able to tame the emotional self leads to an overall calmness and clarity. In this state of mind, you are less consumed by petty conflicts and considerations. Your actions are more effective, which also leads to less turmoil. You have the immense satisfaction of mastering yourself in a deep way. You have more mental space to be creative. You feel more in control.